I don't think that Thomas Wayne would have viewed heavy arms manufacture as a suitable cornerstone for our business.
That's 20 years ago. Fredericks.
His work stretched from grounded British dramas of the 70s to complex modern thrillers, leaving a legacy defined by precision, realism, and structural storytelling.
Go and see them in the new stadium? What is that?
Yeah, that happens about this time every year. It's as if the place remembers. So many people have great memories here. Sometimes you just get a sense of them.
John Nolan's passing at the age of 87 marks the end of a long and quietly influential career in British television and international cinema. Known for his disciplined acting style, intellectual screen presence, and collaborations with major filmmakers, he built a reputation as a performer who strengthened stories through restraint rather than spectacle. Life and family background. John Nolan was born in London and developed his craft through theatre and classical acting environments before moving into television. He later married actress Kim Hartman and built a family life connected closely to the performing arts. He was also the uncle of filmmakers Christopher Nolan and Jonathan Nolan, a relationship that eventually led to creative collaborations across film and television. His television career shaped his acting style. His early roles in British television dramas emphasized realism, controlled dialogue, and understated emotion. These productions relied on character depth rather than action, encouraging a restrained performance style. This period shaped his calm authority, deliberate pacing, and quiet intensity that became his signature.
Yes. Yes. Could you kindly direct me to the mortuary?
Have you come to identify someone?
I think he might have been killed in this fire.
Why is his work often associated with British procedural realism? He frequently appeared in dramas that prioritized investigation, institutional conflict, and grounded storytelling. These shows demanded believable characters and disciplined delivery. As a result, his performances avoided exaggeration and instead focused on subtle tension and intellectual presence.
How well did you know Mr. Jangayo?
We used to work together. Well, he worked for me as a sous chef. We got on. Always kept in touch. He was like a nephew to me. Is that a glint in your eye, Mr. Lees? I've nothing against Britain. I made a lot of money here. I like the Queen.
Know her, do you?
The Queen Mum I knew. A customer.
How did he transition from television actor to international film appearances? His later career included appearances in high-concept films and major television series. These roles were often brief but structurally important, reinforcing narrative logic and emotional grounding. His ability to deliver meaningful dialogue with minimal screen time made him valuable in complex productions. What defines the atmospheric realism associated with his performances? His acting relied on calm delivery, minimal gestures, and controlled expressions. This created tension without dramatic outbursts. Critics often noted that his characters felt grounded and believable, even in highly stylized cinematic worlds. How did theater training influence his work in modern storytelling? Theater discipline gave him strong control over pacing, voice, and timing. This helped him perform effectively in narratives involving complex timelines and layered themes. His pauses, measured speech, and intellectual tone enhanced suspense without requiring visual spectacle.
Can you tell us what you did?
I was groundskeeper here for 30 years.
Must have some great memories of the Heineken Cup.
Oh, yes. I saw some battles here.
You have
What recurring themes appeared throughout his career? His characters often represented authority, ideology, duty, and quiet obsession. He portrayed officials, strategists, and morally ambiguous figures. These roles emphasized psychological tension rather than emotional drama. How did critics evaluate his artistic contributions? Many critics praised his subtle authority and ability to dominate scenes quietly. His performances were described as calm yet intimidating, controlled yet expressive. He was often recognized as a character actor who strengthened narrative structure. What strengths were most frequently highlighted by analysts? Consistency across decades, intellectual and restrained performance style, ability to elevate small roles, strong presence in dialogue-driven scenes, commitment to realistic characterization. What criticisms did he face during his career? He was sometimes criticized for being typecast in authority figures and institutional roles. Some observers felt his minimalist style limited emotional range. Others argued he deserved more leading roles rather than supporting appearances. Why were his collaborations sometimes questioned? Because he appeared in projects connected to his filmmaker relatives, some critics suggested family influence. However, most acknowledged his professionalism and suitability for those roles. How did his acting evolve over time? Early performances showed raw realism typical of British television. Later roles displayed refined authority and philosophical depth. This evolution reflected growing confidence and precision. What impact did he have on modern prestige television? His style reinforced the importance of subtlety in complex narratives. Many modern productions favor quiet tension and intellectual conflict, qualities central to his performances. Why is he considered a structural actor? His roles often supported the logic of a story rather than emotional spectacle. He strengthened narrative coherence and thematic clarity. How did he maintain relevance across decades? He adapted to changing storytelling styles while preserving his disciplined approach. This balance allowed him to appear in both traditional dramas and modern thrillers. What lessons can be learned from his career? Consistency builds long-term respect. Supporting roles can shape powerful stories. Minimalism can create lasting impact. Theater discipline strengthens screen performance. Collaboration can create artistic continuity. Realism can be more powerful than spectacle. How is his legacy best understood? He represents the bridge between classic British television realism and modern cinematic storytelling. His performances emphasized logic, structure, and calm intensity. What made his performances memorable despite limited screen time? He delivered dialogue with precision and authority. His quiet presence often shifted the tone of entire scenes. How did audiences respond to his later roles? Viewers appreciated his calm yet intimidating characters. His appearances became associated with intelligence and calculated control. What distinguishes his career from more conventional actors? He prioritized narrative contribution over star power. His focus remained on storytelling rather than visibility. What final assessment defines his contributions? His career demonstrated that disciplined acting and thoughtful character work can shape storytelling across generations. Finally, John Nolan leaves behind a legacy of calm authority, intellectual performance, and grounded realism. His journey from British television to internationally recognized productions shows how subtle artistry can influence storytelling for decades. His work continues to inspire actors who value precision, restraint, and narrative depth. If you found this retrospective informative, remember to share the video, like the content, and subscribe for more historical and analytical stories about influential figures in film and television.